After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's a second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They go play fake. Mahomes. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This one swung out here to Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Open man right side is Ingram.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game? Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punt. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Ronald Jones with his 16th touchdown of the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And the coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Steps away, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. These two teams all tied after 1. On play action, it's Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jabril Cox charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Wentz. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. They'll wind up with 7 on the dump-off, but it'll set up 3rd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Working from the gun, Wentz. He hits Adams, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Jones running left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Touchdown, Packers. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers have taken the lead. Now goal for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Packers 14, Washington 7.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't?
It got his man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes completes it to Evan Ingram. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down, but a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, and the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Desmond King picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On first down, it's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A check down here to Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
59, Mike, 59, Mike, check, 59. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll run on first down. Jones, 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wentz. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that could save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep for more. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Set to return, here's Raheem Mostert. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On first down, Mahomes. He's going to look deep for more. And it looked like he got the feed down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, Washington. The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
the gun on third down. Wentz. He's going to look deep here for Ward. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And here's Jones again on second down. Runs through the contact. And they'll get this down to the 10. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A give to Jones. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
From the 22, Mahomes caught on the right side by Jones. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Mahomes to throw once more. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 52 yards. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Washington 14. Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the two-point try. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a two-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Wentz. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. To throw is Wentz.
But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Washington 29.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. With a slant to his running back, it's Jones. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes. Able to find Jones. Gets past one man. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Mahomes to throw it. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 30. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And some room to work. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and we are tied. They return it to the house. And now Charles, the extra point, can give them the lead.
And they did it on defense. What a play.
Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 47. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Well, Jones with a nice burst there on first down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Jones. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And Ingram holds it in. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 8.
Makes this Washington 43. Packers 35.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end the ball game. It's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing